If hell had a name, then for the Chinese people, the name would be Nanjing 1937. In December that year, the Japanese army invaded Nanjing, the then Chinese capital, and in just 6 weeks, they killed over 300,000 people. But it's not just the killing. It's the raping, the torturing, and the complete dehumanization of the Chinese people, along with the systematic slaughter that made the Nanjing Massacre one of the darkest chapters in human history. I watched the film Dead to Rights after reading the book The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang, and I want to share with you some of the things that I noticed that reflect the horrifying reality. The first is the atrocities. Killing prisoners of war was just the beginning. The Japanese army hunted men with calloused hands because that meant they had carried guns, and executed them. Women and children were not spared. Around 20,000 women were raped. From young girls to grandmas, many were raped, then murdered. Ironically, the mass raping in Nanjing led the Japanese High Command to worry about their global image, and so they decided to expand the Comfort Women system, which forced around 400,000 women across Asia to become sex slaves. Children were killed, often because they were too loud. There was a scene in the movie when a soldier smashed a baby to silence him during a photo shoot. In real life, soldiers often did this when raping the mothers. You have to understand that in Nanjing at the time, Chinese lives were numbers, not human. Some were killed simply to fill a trench so that tanks could drive across. In the movie, a Japanese photographer filming massacres by blood-tainted body of water said something like, "I wish I had color film. What a sight." That is based on the words of an actual Japanese photographer. You might be wondering what factors drove the Japanese army to do something that's so inhumane on such a large scale. The fact is the army had mechanisms in place to desensitize soldiers. To give you an example of how desensitized they were, the film showed a glimpse of a killing contest. In real life, 2 Japanese sub-lieutenants raced to see who could first reach a 150 kill count. I think, though, the film is not only about the atrocities. Actually, compared to history, I feel like the violence is shown with a lot of restraint. I think the film is also about hope, about Chinese people's resistance, and about the help that we received.